up, guys? Today we are going to be replacing the 7-inch VRSF intercooler with the 7.5-inch VRSF race intercooler. So huge shout out to the team at VRSF, they sent this out for me. Yeah, we're gonna get into unboxing this. I'll show you guys what it looks like, kind of go over the benefits of that one over the 7-inch. And then we'll go into install it and then show you some logs, the difference in temperature for the IATs between the two. Alright, so as you guys can see here, this is the 7.5-inch race intercooler. So this one, the actual width is going to be a 1/2 inch longer than mine. So this is the 7-inch. So it's going to come out forward another 1/2 inch, and then because it has the stepped part up top here, we're going to get a lot more surface area that will be able to cool down the intake temperatures. So this intercooler supports up to 1,000 wheel horsepower. I've been meaning to upgrade my intercooler ever since I did all the other upgrades of the car, mainly because when you start pushing a lot of boost, that will heat soak the car fairly quickly if you don't have a good intercooler. So the 7-inch one was awesome. I never had any problems with that, but this one is just going to be better suited for the power that we're going to be targeting here. Alright, so coming back here, we are going to start by taking the front bumper off, since there is going to be more trimming that we're going to have to do of, like, up here. There's like a plastic guard piece that I'm not really going to be able to show until I get the bumper off. We're going to take that off, or we're going to cut that, and then we'll be able to start fitting that up. Since the bumper is going to be off, I'm going to be able to jack the intercooler up into place, hopefully by myself. Hopefully it's not too bad of a job. But yeah, we'll get started taking the bumper off. I'm going to put the camera up on the tripod so you guys can see everything. I'll probably time lapse all of this. And yeah, we'll get started with upgrading the intercooler. Alright, so if your bumper's clapped like mine, then you pretty much just take out these bolts right here, because of course our camera's not going to focus on it. What are you focusing on, dude? Well, alright, well anyways. So these, I think it's 1, 2, yeah, 4 bolts on the top of the bumper, and then you're going to want to take the under panel off, and then there's going to be 2 bolts connecting the bumper to the quarter panel here, and then once you get those off, the bumper will be able to pull right off. Then we'll go underneath the car and start attacking the 2 bolts holding the intercooler in. Alright, so I did manage to get the bumper off. The video kind of cut off. Ignore the beer. So the bumper's off. You gotta get these 2, so there's 2 bolts that hold in the bumper in here. They're 2 8mm bolts that connect it to the quarter panel here. And then same on this side. Let's say it's easier to show right here. So 2 bolts here and here. Those are really kind of tough to get. You gotta take the wheel well off. But now once the bumper's off, oh, and you gotta disconnect the fog lights as well. But once the bumper's off, you can see the intercooler. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this one, and then I'll show you guys where you're gonna need to do the cutting for the new one. Alright, so I've now taken out the old 7-inch intercooler. So this is what this one looks like. I didn't run this one for very long, probably about a little over a year and a half maybe. So it was very easy to get this out once the bumper's off. I'll slide under here and show you. Alright. So just 2 Phillips head screws, if it'll focus on that. 2 Phillips head screws into these, and then all you do is loosen the clamps here. If it'll focus, probably not. So you just loosen the clamps here and here. I'm gonna use the new ones that they gave me, and then it just slides right out. So I'll get a side-by-side comparison shot of the 2 of them next to each other. Alrighty, so here's a good look of the 2 of them next to each other. So this one is literally like double the surface area of this one. And obviously it's the stepped configuration, the race one. So it's basically 2 of these put together. Alrighty, so let's get this guy installed. Looks really good. So I think I'm gonna remove the fan just to make it a little bit easier on myself. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll put this guy up. Alright, so I got the Dremel out, and I'll get back under the car. So this plastic area right here, we're gonna have to cut till about the AC condenser. So cut it to about right where this piece is. So I'm looking directly at the car. I may not be able to get this shot, but it's like right. This right, all this right here, so that's gonna be in the way. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this with the Dremel. Alrighty guys, so I finally got the intercooler in. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass because if you have a good Dremel, you'll be able to do it easily, but I only had 3 of like the little like circular bits. So they all broke. I ended up having to cut all of that crap kind of manually. So it took a little while to actually get the intercooler up because I kept having to fight with that plastic shroud, but both sides are bolted up. So now I'm just gonna tighten the clamps for the intercooler piping, and then we'll be able to throw the bumper back on, and hopefully she'll be mint and that won't leak. Oh shit. Do you think that's gonna get in the way of the fan? I guess we'll find out.
No. Maybe. Yeah. Might as well move it. Save yourself the frustration. It's like, save yourself the frustration. You doing it now?
No, it's too tight. Alright, so we got the bumper back on. Everything is buttoned back up. The clamps on the intercooler. The clamps on the intercooler piping are all buttoned and tightened. Yeah, that's pretty much it. as you can see, it pretty much fills up the entire gap from the bumper now. So hopefully it'll keep the IATs a lot lower.
Keep the turbo very happy.
Yes. So again, big shout out to VRSF for helping us out to get this intercooler. They sent us some. Oh, I'm not wearing any. They sent us some cool merch too.
Let me take it off. So go check out their page. Appreciate it, guys.
So yeah, everything should be good. I'm gonna post the difference between the two intercoolers. So I'm gonna show a log using the old 7-inch intercooler, and then a log using the 7.5-inch race intercooler to show the difference between the two. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and definitely subscribe to see all of the future videos with the big turbo.
It's gonna do big things.
Yes. So retarded.
Blank Beats Production.